Hi, my name is Edwin, and in my section, I wanted to cover the beneficiaries of India's textile industry. Does anyone really benefit? Economists who defend sweatshops point to the causes for development. Physical capital, technological advancements, and human capital are all reasons development occurs. Those that work in sweatshops will be better off because they will learn new skills. In this sense, the workers themselves benefit from working in an industry that employs over 45 million people. Another way the workers benefit is because they have a job that allows them to pay for their children's education. Consumers in developed countries benefit from India's textiles as well, because they can go to the mall, find cheap clothes, and it allows them to be fashionable. Cheap clothing has created a separate industry called fast fashion. Fast fashion is an industry of retailers that turn the fashion industry from 4 seasons into virtually 52. Major retailers such as H&M, Forever 21, and others get new orders of clothing almost every other day to keep up with the industry's demand. These brands also use marketing tactics to create a sense of urgency on consumers to purchase their products, hence promoting an increase in consumption. The textile mills in India compete with other countries for business from these retailers. If textile workers benefit from learning new skills and consumers across the world can buy clothes at a low cost, then what's the problem? It sounds like a win-win situation. But the truth is grim. The people who work in these factories are overworked, underpaid, and often abused. Fast fashion presents a set of environmental problems that affect the world. The documentary Machines shows a factory in India that produces beautiful and colorful textiles that are used for various reasons. Everyone in the factory works 12-hour shifts and are paid around 150 rupees per day, which is the equivalent of under $2. The factory itself is dirty and dark. The men who work there are very thin and visibly exhausted. There is a scene in the documentary where a worker explains this situation. He says that there are many like him. He's not forced to work there, but there are no other alternatives. He took out a loan to pay for his child's education and medical expenses for a sick family member. To pay off his debts, he works in the factory. He works a 12-hour shift, eats, rests for an hour, and then begins another 12-hour shift. Workers would be happy with 8-hour shifts and better pay, but whenever a union forms, it gets shut down immediately by the owner of the factory. The workers have no power, and they do not have other alternatives. It seems as though they're in a poverty trap. And although consumers think that they're benefiting from cheap clothes, they're not. We purchase clothes at a low cost, get tired of them, and then to feel better about not wanting the clothes anymore, we donate them. 10% of clothes that are donated stay in the US and sell in thrift shops. The rest is bundled up and shipped off to other countries. The products that don't sell end up in landfills across the world and are eventually burned. The textile industry employs millions of people in India, and then the fashion industry employs millions around the world. The workers earn a couple of dollars a day, while major fashion companies earn millions in profit. Consumers benefit from cheap clothing, but that's all they are, cheap clothing. Textile workers are treated as if they were machines, and no one really benefits when millions of people are unable to reach their full potential.